Hello everyone, on today's episode of the 1 Year Life Challenge, we're going to talk about the 4 things that are preventing you from reaching the success you deserve. Hello everyone, today I want to talk about success, but more importantly, the 4 things that stand in the way of you reaching success. Quite often success is a moving target, but really being your true self and coming from that place is what success is all about. And if that's true, why don't we all do it? Well, there's things that hold us back, and today I'll go through those things that are holding us back and give you some examples on how they've held me back in my own life. As always on this subject, I'm going to begin with a quote, and that quote is, "Being challenged in life is inevitable. Being defeated is optional." I'll say that once again. Being challenged in life is inevitable. Being defeated is optional, from Roger Crawford. It's true. You will be challenged. If you're not being challenged, you need to put your finger on your wrist and take your pulse. Is it beating? Good. It means you're alive. Now, if you're not getting challenges, I would suggest that you're probably not alive. Challenges come into your life because it adds variety. It's all about testing you. You could imagine a tennis player going out to play tennis and someone hits the ball at them. They go, "What are you doing?" "I just want to stand here with the racket and look pretty." No, you want to get involved. You want to be in the game. You want to experience those challenges and find out how you respond and get better and better. In my life, I've quite often thought to myself, geez, why? What was yesterday all about? Why didn't I do the things necessary? I knew I had to do these things, but I didn't do them. And there's so many there's a lot of reasons on why that can happen. And I know in my life, I feel like sometimes I might have self-sabotaged or couldn't understand why things sort of played out the way they did. And as I get older and I come more from my present moment, I'm starting to realise that in the past there were 4 things that really held me back from becoming the success that I wanted to be, which is that moving target, that growth-orientated sort of individual. So the number one reason, the number one reason holding you back from success, you have the wrong why. I've heard it said before, if you have a compelling why, you can do anything, or any what, how, who, and when. But the why is the most important. Why are you doing what you're doing? This is where people really fall over, and it's very important. And I've got a quote on that. "You will face your greatest opposition when you are closest to your biggest miracle." Shannon Alder. So these obstacles that come into your life get shaken when your why is not good enough. And I see that all the time. People go to a job they don't like because they want to save to pay the mortgage. It's not a great why. Like, you're working to pay for a house that, you could have a different house or a cheaper house you can rent. So that why isn't very strong. Then when challenges come in, it really shakes that why because it's not on a sturdy foundation. Your why is really important. Your why needs to change from, I get up to make sure that I can make enough money for the week, I get up to be the best possible person I can and embrace every single challenge and develop myself. Then you can go to work and make enough money for the week, but your why will be very strong and you'll start to find that your why grows. So for example, when you're at work and challenges come up or new opportunities come up, you say, well, I'm here to be the best person I can, so I'll take that challenge, I'll take that opportunity. You can really grow through that. Look at your why. Why are you here? Why do you do the things you do? And if your why isn't compelling, you'll never achieve what you want. Number 2, the wrong mindset. Quite often people have this mindset of either negativity or passivity in which they can't create the world they want. They think that they're in a shoebox. They go, well, only certain people can have these things and I can never have this. Their mindset hampers. They can't see the things that they need to see to take the next step. Martin Luther King said you don't need to see the whole staircase just to take the next step. And I think that's really important. And when I'm talking about the mindset, I can't underestimate this. Wayne Dyer once said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's how important mindset is. And I don't know how to explain this any better than those 2 quotes, because when I changed my mindset, things started changing. People came into my life, they were a bit more positive, a bit more helpful, and things started to really fall into place. Why? Because the universe is a creative force. It only creates what you want. Whether you think you want it or not, what you think about is created. Number 3. This is a huge one. One of the reasons, number 3, the third reason why you're being held back from success is you have the wrong habits. Aristotle once said that excellence is not a singular act, but it's a habit. What do you do every single day to make yourself a better person? What do you do every single day to look after yourself? Do you drink water? Do you eat an alkaline diet? Do you do yoga? Do you stretch? Do you go to the gym? These habits are the habits that will drive you towards success. If you have the wrong habits, you're never going to make it. You're never going to be a success. If you have habits of smoking and drinking too much and resting before you're tired, procrastination, ultimately those habits will never lead up to what you want. So change your habits, and it's not that hard. I mean, habits are just things that get formed when you do them more and more and more. And yes, obviously, when you first start doing something that's not a habit, it takes a little bit of thought. But after a while, it goes into autopilot. We all know when you start a new job, when you're driving to that first job, you're looking around, you think, geez, where do I turn? It can be actually a little bit stressful. And you're trying to get there on time. But after a few months of being in that job, you just turn on the car and somehow you automatically go there without even thought. The brain takes shortcuts, and those shortcuts are habits. And the more great habits you bring in your life, the more likely you're going to be successful. Now, on the flip side, those habits that in your life that continually stop you from becoming successful need to be replaced. Stopping a habit is hard. It's easier to replace it. It's easier to replace smoking with running or drinking soda water than it is to simply stop smoking. Because how do you fill that void? And it's important to know that you're not trying to stop your old habits, you're just going to replace them with better ones. And number 4, you're in the wrong crowd. I've said it before that the best way to understand a person is to interview the 4 closest people in their life, not to interview that person. Why? Because we are so much like the people around us. It's incredible. Our environment, which is the people around us and the things around us, really do shape us. And when we're in the wrong environment with the wrong people, we can't help but reflect them. Being ostracized is a pre-Neolithic brain structure in which we are absolutely petrified of one day being told by our group of friends, see you later, get out of here, we don't want to be your friend anymore. That goes back to when we were in the sort of Stone Age, and being ostracized means you didn't have people in the community to hunt, to gather. You basically would die because you didn't have that community around you to help you survive. So we have, at our very fundamental level, we want to belong. Now the challenge is that we want to belong to bad groups. That's how badly we want to belong. It doesn't really matter who it is, we want to belong. You need to look at the people around you. And for some of them who you feel are continually not serving you in your life aspects, you'll need to move on. Life is like a transit lobby, You can imagine Grand Central Station. You can imagine going in there and you meet people, but we're all on journeys and destinations. And it'd be wrong to hold someone at Grand Central Station and keep talking to them while their train's leaving, because they've got things to do. And they can't get there unless you let them. So don't feel too bad when sometimes you need to cut people loose out of your life, because they've got places to go. You're not the center of their universe. Even if they tell you that, they have places to go, and they can only get there once they're given the opportunity and freedom to go. And who knows, the fact that you don't let them go could mean you're enabling them to have the behavior that you think is abhorrent. So success is there. It's right there for you. Everything you want is there. And just like I say with happiness, you just need to remove all the layers and find it. You have success already. You're alive. You are manifesting. You're manifesting the destiny of the entire universe through your thoughts and actions. So you've made it. Remove these 4 blocks, and you'll start to see what you want unfold much, much quicker. If these things are holding you back from success, you can address them today. Great video. We're going to build the habits of success every single day. I can't wait to see you till tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.